Okay, so last time we left off, you guys protected the Fort Marsh Guard from invading enemies from the Mirror of Dead Men. You guys have won the opportunity to see the king, which follows along your main quest of, you know, creating a side negotiation between the three kings in order to quell the flames of war between the three races. Um, so you guys start heading towards the capital, the human capital, but decide to stop by the city of Palma, or not the city of Palma, the town of Palma, in order to pick up supplies for your trip. So as you guys leave Fort Marshguard, you guys follow the trail southwest and head towards Palma. As you approach, you notice that Palma is a fishing town situated close to the Gulf, and the coastline offers a variety of fish and seafood. Inhabited by a slew of fishermen and merchants dealing in fish, the town is always bustling with people. Night stations from Silver Costa and Fort Marshguard protect the peace of this important fishing location. However, an unusual fog has settled over the town, and the normal hustle and bustle cannot be heard as you approach, and an eerie chill courses through the air. Um, but I'm gonna add a little caveat that way you guys aren't fighting anything here. But due to your successful uh hold of Fort Marshguard, plentiful troops have been able to migrate over to Palma and have quelled the subsequent invasion from the Mirror of Dead Men that bypassed the initial um fighting during at Fort Marshguard. So you guys entered the town. You guys see people are like dragging away corpses of walrus men and purple horned humanoids, and they're trying to like rebuild and get things together after what looks like a long hard fought between the guards of Fort Marshguard, the local militia, and the invading enemies from the Mirror of Dead Men.
Uh, yeah, we're just here to get. We're here to get supplies,
Provisions.
right?
Yeah. So you approach one of the I guess they're peasants. Your close one, the peasants, helping clean and I guess restructure the place. How might I help you, adventurers?
We are here to buy supplies for a short trip to uh, Silpa Costa.
Supplies, huh? We're running a little low, but I think we can scrounge something together for you if you have the money to pay.
Well, how much is supplies, good sir?
Well, he pulls out his little list. We have fish on hand, fermented. Should be able to last you a good amount. How much are you willing to pay for supplies?
How much are they? How much do they cost?
So I can offer you a crate full of fermented fish for a gold coin.
Let me see how much I have. I forgot. A gold coin?
A gold coin. So you should have
Yeah, I have
one
one.
gold coin from your payment from Danbar. You should have um 11 silver from your pay at Fort Marshguard, along with 120 coppers from your bonus pay from Fort Marshguard.
Alright. So Alright, we'll give a gold then, I guess.
All right, so you hand him your gold coin given to you by Danbar, and he's like, "All right, I'll make this quick. I'll hold on." He looks at the gold coin, and he's like, ha, "Sorry to tell you guys, but I think someone swindled you." And he throws the gold coin back at you. You take it in your hand, and you see on the front you see a cow's head on it, and on the back you see a bearded halfling with a big smile on his head. He's like, we don't accept foreign currency. Only the king's gold here. I'll be willing to take 10 silver in place of a gold coin, which is the normal conversion rate of silver to gold.
All right.
So you hand him silver gold instead, and you pocket the foreign gold coin. So I'm gonna go ahead and say you have 0 gold coins, 1 silver, and 120 copper left. All right.
All right.
He pockets the silver and hands you and has a group of his workers bring out a crate of a solid wooden crate of what you presume to be rations of fermented fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys load up. Is there anything else you guys want to do in Palma?
Is there anything to do in Palma?
A roll of perception.
That's 20. I got a 15.
15. All right, so yeah, you look around and you're able to tell immediately that, a lot of the stores are kind of shut down. People are still trying to build things. You see knights kind of like ushering people around. There really isn't much to do. The market isn't doesn't look like it's functioning properly. At most, you can kind of see that you'd just be walking around, maybe helping people. Nothing else for you to really do here.
All right, off to Silva Costa then.
All right, so you guys load up your rations onto your horses, and you guys you follow you leave Palma and continue south along the road to the port city of Silva Costa. So as you approach, you can obviously tell that this is the capital of the human territory in this area. It's a large, grand city that you can see even off in the horizon. A sturdy stone wall encompasses the city with 30-foot tall iron gates sitting at each entrance. Knights stand guard at the gates, collecting entrance fees and conducting inspections. A large shipyard dock full of trade ships can be found at the other end of the city. You can see the water ocean behind the city, and you see how large the docks are. Trade flourishes. Merchants crowd the center area of the city as a large marketplace encompasses all stores offer goods from across the sea. Stone houses and guild buildings can be found as the commoner areas make up the rest of the middle section of the city. Narrow alleys, sleazy conditions begin to populate as one heads north, and to the south, a gold-plated gate separates the noblemen's area from the commoners. The royal palace sits at the southernmost part of the city, so you can see all this as you like approach these large gates, and kind of like the city just opens up in your view. You approach the gates. As I mentioned, there's obviously guards here. They're conducting inspections and collecting entrance fees. As you approach, one of the guards uh, steps forward with his spear in hand, not aggressively, but he's like, "Halt! Um, what brings you to Silver Costa?"
We're here to meet the king. We were been decorated with the honor to meet him by defending Fort Archguard.
Meeting with the king, huh? He pulls out a little clipboard with a list. Um, let's see. They don't have a name for you, but they did describe a traveling bard, a gnome, and a dwarf. That must be you, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, forget about the entrance fees. Come. The king's expecting you, and he like ushers you guys in past the other guards, and you guys kind of just ride through the gates at a leisurely trot. He points south, and you see a large golden gate that you kind of saw from earlier, and he's like, uh, head towards the gate. Tell them you're here for the audience. They'll let you through. The king is expecting you. You guys ride south, passing through, and marveling at the people as city life occurs. You guys approach the gate, stopped again, and again they request who you are and whatnot. And they let you through after investigating your identity. You guys walk up the large stairs approaching the actual castle of the king. Inside the throne room, you see pillars endowed in red and gold, and a large red carpet between you and the stairs leading up to the throne. On the throne, you see a sturdy human with a gold crown on his head, dressed in his royal attire. You guys enter the throne room, and you hear trumpets go off, and a little squire walks forward and announces your arrival. If it pleases the king, the grand party of adventurers from Fort Marshguard, who single-handedly helped thwart the invasion of the Mere of Dead Men. You see him bow and kind of like back off to the side.
Am I supposed to say anything? Because
Yeah,
you're
you can
the
talk
king,
to the
right?
king. Yeah, you can talk to the king.
Hello, king. I'm here on behalf of. What was the wizard's name again? I forgot his name.
You never asked his name, but
Ah, shit.
yeah, you don't know his name.
How? We're tasked with a mission, a quest, by a man with a tall hat, a long beard, and a very tall stature to meet with all three kings to find sacrifices.
He hears you, and you see him kind of look you over, up and down, and then he raises his hand, clear the room, and you see all the guards just stand to attention and like back off, and all the doors kind of close, and then he like leans forward, and he's like, "I see you have the staff of hither thither. I guess Merlin did send you, huh?"
Ah, yes.
So he stands up and he walks over to 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 I guess his storage on the left side of the room, and he pulls out an ornate box um, and brings it forward, and he places it I guess he just hands it to you and he places it in your hands, and he steps back onto his throne, and he gets on one knee. He pulls out from underneath his shirt, and he pulls out a gold necklace that kind of just shines in the light. You can tell this shit's like pure gold. And at the end of the chain, you see a small pebble. He picks the pebble up, and on his one knee, he puts it to his forehead, and he starts praying. Oh Lord, Heavenly Savior, I've readied this gift for you. Please, I hope it's to your liking, you know. And he like puts the necklace back into his shirt, and he stands up. He's like, this is my offering to the Grand Lord, uh, Grand Lord God himself. You open the chest, and you see inside is um, you see it's like a short shield, almost like a buckler, but it's triangular shaped. You know what I mean? Have you ever played Zelda?
Yeah, it's like the hand shield, right?
Yeah, it's like the Hyrulean
Yeah, yeah,
shield,
yeah.
but smaller. So you kind of just wear it on one arm. It's about the size of your forearm.
Uh
And
huh.
he's like, "This is the Sentinel shield." Um, let's see. The Sentinel shield will give the wielder an advantage on Wisdom check and Initiative rolls, and it also provides basic um, shield stats. I forget what it is. If you have your rulebook, you can pull it up and look it up. But it'll give you basic shield stats, but it also grants you an advantage in wisdom checks and initiative rolls.
Uh.
Um,
Wait, do we get added to our inventory?
yeah, you can add to your inventory the Sentinel shield.
Who wants to help in Sentinel shield?
I can hold it. Yeah.
All right, just throw it in your inventory then.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. All right. So he settles back into his throne, and he's like, Merlin had a bold plan to try to reunite our relationship. I don't think I would have never thought it would work, but after he showed me the letter from what the hell's his name, Scott, I think that was his name, right? When he showed me the invoice from Scott, I couldn't help but think this might actually work. I've he snaps his fingers, and a little like manservant runs into the room with like a parchment and like bows and hands you the paper. He's like, "This is a royal decree to allow you to pass through um, Fort Grand Centra. It should cut your travels fairly by a fair amount. You'd want to talk to Grandulum in his city on the other side of the Dragon's Peak in order to get his offering, and you'll probably want to go through the Elven Forest in order to get that elf son of bitch's offering. But this is as far as I can get you through Fort Grand Central without any hassles."
All right, sir.
All right, so the doors open up. You know, the guards start to walk back in, and you guys exit the throne room. Is there anything you want to do in Silver Costa?
Uh, let me roll a perception check, I guess.
Okay,
All right, that is a 19. You got
19.
anything?
All right. So you see it's a fully functional city. There's guild halls and stuff like that if you want to explore them. Um, yeah, um, yeah, you can pretty much do anything you want in a typical city. You can buy more rations if you want, but you have enough from Palma to last you as long as you don't mind eating fish the whole way. Um, yeah, there's a couple guild halls if you want to get information or try to get information of anything you want. Stuff like that. There's a marketplace, there's an inn, there's a tavern if you want to stop for rest or beers or whatever.
All right, I guess we'll just go to the port, or what is it? The guy the king talked about to give us safe passage or whatever.
Okay, so yeah, so if you look at the map, you guys are gonna pass through Fort Grand Centra, which is another garrison that protects the human territory.
All right.
It would save you travel having to run through the Great Plains again around it, or going north and then west. You know what I mean? So you just head
Yeah.
straight east, and you're able to get you hit Fort Grand Centra. Let's see. So as you approach Fort Grand Centra, you're able to tell it's a towering garrison. Watchtowers and lookout points crowd the garrison walls to ensure no enemy invasions. Merchants coming and going stream through the inspection points. Knights seem to man every corner, and an orderly atmosphere envelops the entire area.
Okay, let's enter.
All right, so you guys approach the gates, and you're stopped by a knight. Um, License and registration, please.
Uh, we do we have license? Did the king give us a license, right?
Well, he gave you a royal decree.
Oh yeah, we have a royal decree by the king, issued by the king. Have a look.
He takes the paper and he looks over it. He's like, "Oh my! Sorry to stop you. Proceed. He hands you back the royal decree. If there's anything you need, please just let us know. We'll help you as much as we can."
Alright,
So you
let's
guys enter Fort Grand Centra. You see armies of soldiers here. Looking at like banners and like crests on their armors, you can see a good amount of soldiers from Fort Marshguard are here. This is why Fort Marshguard was undermanned. A lot of people were called to Fort Grand Centra to kind of like stand guard, since this is the central point between the three the other two races in case anyone invaded. You know what I mean? So you see armies of soldiers. You see siege weapons, catapults, trebuchets, kind of being built and like moved around within the city grounds or within the garrison grounds. Um, do you guys want to do anything in Fort Grand Centra, or would you guys like to keep proceeding east?
Is there anything to do? I guess. I mean, roll perception check. 15.
15. All right. So you see soldiers running around, barracks, training grounds. Um, you see someone barking orders that you can kind of talk to if you want information, or like if you want to see if you could help or anything. But you just see everyone preparing for war at this point. There's no trading. There's no it's just a garrison for soldiers.
Alright, let's go talk to the guy barking orders, I guess.
All right, so you approach and you hear, "You move that! Hey, you build that! You stand guard over there! You go get some rest!"
Hi, sir. How could I be of any help?
Oh, you want to help, huh? Well, we can always use a working man to build trebuchets. We're always looking to enlist personnel for this war against those damn elves and those rotten dwarves.
Oh, wait, is that all?
That's all he says to you right now. Yeah.
Alright. We'll help build some stuff around then. Yes.
Okay, so you guys, he's like, all right, perfect. You show these lads what needs to get done. And you see a kind of like soldier run up, and he's like, greeting, sir, greeting. I'll show you where to go. And he kind of just like, you can tell he's like a new squire, and he like runs off over to like the trebuchets and catapults. You guys start woodworking and like working on the equipment. You hear like rumors start to pass around between you and the other workers, and he's like, "Hey, you guys hear about the dwarves? I heard they cut off all passengers heading towards Grandulum's Pass. A couple people were shot down from the as they approached. It's crazy." And you hear someone else, "Yeah, how are we supposed to start trading anymore? I heard New Haven doesn't even have any new items or merchants going through it anymore. What are we supposed to do?" And then you see an older gentleman kind of just hammering at a single nail. Like he's been hammering at it this whole time. Can't get the nail through, but like, he's pretending to work. And he's like, "Well, I mean, if you really want to get through Dragon's Peak, I do know there used to be an old mining shaft that brought you from one end to the other. That's probably your only way through the Dragon's Peak at this point." And he keeps like hammering at that one nail. You finish a hard day's work and you guys rest. In the morning, the soldier barking orders approaches your bunks and he's like, "We really appreciate your work, fellas. We don't have much considering all the people here, but we do offer basic army pay." And he hands each of you 10 silver. And he's like, "That was some fine work. Are you guys willing to enlist and help us fight these dwarves and elves? We always use some nice, strong adventurers like you guys."
Sure. If the pay's good.
"Well, you only make as much as a common soldier would make, but you could climb the ranks. We offer enlistment periods of 6 years. You could probably make it to, sergeant in that time."
Oh, hell no.
So he starts filling around for enlistment paperwork and whatnot. And he's like,
Recruiter.
"Yeah."
His recruiter.
You see, you guys kind of just like start to like back off and run away. He's like, wait, where are you guys going? And you guys mount your horses and you guys continue heading. You guys exit Fort Grand Centra from the eastern gate.
Are we gonna Grandulum's Pass, right? Or are we going to the forest?
Um, that's up to you. You have New Haven in front of you. You have Pass southeast,
Let's go to
and then
Grandulum's Pass, then, I guess. It's closer.
okay. So you guys approach. You guys continue down the road heading towards Grandulum Pass, and you see other merchants and like adventurers and no soldiers, but adventurers kind of like heading in the opposite direction. Some of them are like kind of beat up and like you could tell they're all like kind of just marching along just because they have to march along kind of thing. You guys approach Grandulum's Pass and the whole like 100 meters in front of the Grandulum's Pass. Let me hold on. So you approach Grandulum's Pass and you notice the natural rock battlements and jagged spiky rocks at the base of the wall encompass this seemingly impenetrable outpost. With only one way in, armed dwarven guards stand at the ready as they observe travelers approaching the dwarven steel gates. Dwarven runes carved into the walls pulsate with magic. So as you approach, you see just large walls, and you see guards on top of like crossbows and stuff, and like the whole area, 100 meters in front of it, are like scattered with arrows and dead bodies, and and yeah, it's like a field of arrows at this point. And as you approach the outer limits of this circle, you hear one of the guards on top kind of shout, "Turn around now! We don't accept humans!"
Why I have dwarven companions?
So you see him spit over the wall. "Dirty traitor!" And he shoots an arrow, but since you guys are outside of like the perimeter, it kind of just lands at the outer edge as far as the arrow could reach. Not quite hit you guys, but like a warning shot kind of thing.
Rude. We're here by the order of King Lionheart. We're here for a world to create and meet with your king.
"Screw you and your king!" You see him like kind of flick you off, and like another guy to his left kind of like drops his pants and kind of moves you guys.
Let me roll a persuasion check.
All right,
Ooh, 19.
19. So you see, you see the guy to his left that he's like, you see him like, kind of like tap him and like, start whispering to him, and you see the other guy kind of just slap him and like knock him back. And he's like, "Don't you understand? We're at war. We're not letting no one in." And he continues to flick you guys off.
All right.
So, just as kind of like a background, in case you guys forget, so the forces of the three races hate each other at this point. That's why war is going on,
Yep.
or the brink of war is going on. The kings themselves are all friends of each other. They're in an adventuring party. Merlin told you the story how they're in an adventuring party to begin with, and each of them went their separate ways and became like, famous in their own like respective races. And that's why he cooked up this plan to like kind of get the kings to like become friends again and stop the war. But right now this is like a under the table kind of deal between the three kings, and like all the actual forces hate each other.
Let me try to roll a percentage check if there's any other way around the pass, I guess.
Roll an insight.
I'll roll insight. 20.
20. All right, nat 20. All right. So, as you're sitting there watching the guy flick you off and moon you, you kind of like go, you kind of just lost in thought, and like, a spark of inspiration hits you, and you're like, "Oh, I remember that crazy old man who's nailing that single nail. He said that there's a way through the mountains using the mining trail." And
Can I roll perception to find it or no?
no. And then I guess with the nat 20, you're like, huh, who would know where that trail is? I wonder if Merlin would know.
Let's go to New Haven then, boys.
All right, so you guys turn around and leave at the jeering and like uh and the mooning of the dwarven guards, and you guys head towards New Haven. As you approach New Haven, tensions within the air can be cut with a throat. A once flourishing mixing pot has noticeably calmed down. Scarcely any non-human races can be seen wandering the streets. Merchants with distraught faces litter the stores and marketplace as they stare down at their unsold merchandise. People can be seen leaving and heading towards Grand Centra.
All right, let's go to the Wizard Guild.
All right, so you approach the Wizards Guild and you see beggars and robbers and like unsavory folk kind of just lining the streets and eyeing you. Um, you could tell in a parallel world these thugs would have attacked you and you would have had to fight your way through the town. But in this parallel universe, they kind of just eye you and like lick their lips and like jeer at you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You approach the Wizards Guild, and you see here it's noticeably calmer. No one wants to mess with magical beings that can like scorch them on a whim. And you approach the front desk, and you see the little dude tapping at his little keyboard. Do you have a reservation?
I don't think you remember us, do you?
He stops and he looks up. He's like, "Oh my! Oh, I'm so sorry. Please." He like starts typing really quick, and like you hear it, and like one of the doors kind of just opens, and he's like, "Please, go ahead. I'm sorry."
I would not forget this disrespect. Keep walking.
You see him cower a little bit. You guys approach the open door and enter the lounge of Merlin, and you see him behind his desk, writing on some parchment, and he looks up. And he's like, "Oh, adventurers, welcome back. How may I help you?"
Well, we met with King Lion. What is it? Gold Shieldheart, whatever it's called.
Yeah, perfect, great.
And we can't meet the other kings because they're pretty fucking hostile. I know.
Yeah, that is a problem.
I did remember hearing a rumor that there was a mining trail around to get past the pass to get to the dwarven city of Grandulum, if possible. Do you know of a pass like that?
Yes, the pass. It's a bit dangerous. Last I heard, it's been occupied by a dragon. I think you can still make it through. I think if you rumors may be false, but I think that might be your best bet. If you head south or northeast and follow along the base of Dragon's Peak, you'll find the mining shaft. Beware of the dragon inside. I'm sure you smart Avengers can figure out a way to get by him if he's still in there.
Alright. Let's journey out to that then.
Alright. So, you guys leave New Haven from the northern gate, and you guys follow along the base of Dragon's Peak. Yeah, you guys approach Dragon's Peak Cave. This would have been the official dungeon. Yeah, you guys enter the cave. It's you hear the screech of dragons overhead. Because it's Dragon's Peak. There's dragons hovering the actual like mountain ranges. But you guys scurry into this abandoned mining shaft. inside is um dark and littered with bones and like broken wagon carts and mining equipment.
We journey further down, I guess.
All right, so you peer into the cave and you see all right, boys. You see a 15-foot path straight ahead, and at the end you see a crossroads. One heading left and one heading right.
Let me roll a perception check.
Okay,
That's a 5. Never mind.
5. So yeah, it's dark, bro. You hear echoes and like
Who's
you
got a
hear
torch?
dripping water, and it's just dark as hell in here.
Lynn, you got a torch?
You kind of trip on a rock as you try to like
Yeah, let
walk
me check.
forward. You stumble a little bit.
Lynn, pull that torch
Oh
out.
wait, I actually have a torch
Oh
in my
yeah!
backpack.
Nice.
Okay, I had to move that to equipment, right?
Yeah. So Frizz
Okay.
Freak pulls out a torch and lights it, and immediately a radius of visibility, expands for you guys to look into the caves. You approach the crossroads and you look left and right. On the right, you see about 15 meters down. You see a bend in the road, and then on the left, you see about 30 feet down. You see another bend in the road.
We'll just go left.
All right, so you head left. About 10 feet down, you see it's almost like a T intersection. You could keep going forward, or you could head right. And to the right, you see a large empty room. Uh, yeah, all you see is an empty room on the right, about 10 feet down.
Alright, we'll go to left.
Right. So you can continue forward or go right towards the room.
Okay. Let's go right. Check the room out real quick. Just asking,
Okay, so you head towards the room and you look around and you see bones and and stalagmites and whatnot scattered around. You can feel that this not too long ago monsters inhabited this area, but for whatever reason they're not here right now.
Uh-huh.
You look around the room. You see on your left there's a path that heads there's another cave entrance that heads that way, and then straight ahead you see another path heading deeper into the caves.
Mm-hmm. We'll go down that path then.
Which one? So I say left and whatever, but there's a path north and there's a path east.
We'll go east.
East. All right. So you walk down a small corridor, and you see you enter another empty room. Here you see dead bodies of adventurers, charred bodies. A couple of them have like spears stuck in them, and you see them all lining like you see the charred bodies facing you guys, but littered across the hall, heading in deeper into the cave.
Let's investigate.
Okay, roll investigation.
19.
19. All right, so you could tell, you could kind of you dig around, you look at the way the bodies are strewn about, and you could tell the actual bodies in the room with spears and stuff died by monster attacks. You could tell this room was again supposed to be filled with monsters, but they're not here right now. And then you investigate the bodies in the actual path heading deeper into the cave, and you see they're all burnt from behind, as if they're running from something, only to be caught by a searing heat.
It seems like a dragon. Alright, let's go deeper in. We have no fear.
All right, so you head deeper in. You kind of like tiptoe around the charred bones and bodies. Um, and as you approach, how far do you want to go in? So the path is about 25 feet.
We'll go 20.
So you go 20 feet, and as you approach the entrance into this next cave opening, you hear a low rumble.
Alright.
Were you guys able to hear me breathing? I don't know if
Yeah,
the mic
I can
picked
hear
that
it.
up.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I
I thought
picked
you were
up.
gonna keep going.
No, that's all you guys hear.
uh, alright. We'll just keep going down, I guess.
All right, so you walk the last 5 feet and peer into the room. Um, Immediately you feel like a chill run down your body, almost as if you've encountered a being greater than yourself. At the center of the room, on top of a pile of gold, you see a large red dragon sleeping at the top of the pile.
Alright. Is there like an opening like elsewhere?
So, you scan the room and you see to your right there's there's another opening heading you don't know where. Um, and then on the other side of the dragon, you can see the opening of towards another opening.
Alright, let's tiptoe along the wall to the other opening.
Okay, each of you guys roll a sneak.
Sneak is a D20.
16.
D20, yeah, 16.
Do I have to add anything to that? I don't think so.
17.
19. Okay, so you guys are okay. You guys sneak along the wall and approach the opening on your right. You can see the path um opens up for about 15 feet.
So we gotta sneak for how? We gotta sneak for 15 feet.
No, so you guys made it to the door. If you guys head toward down the road, you guys are getting further away from the dragon. You don't have to sneak anymore.
Alright, let's keep going.
All right, so you travel down, you hit the bend in the road, and you see it goes another 15 feet.
Yeah, just keep going down the road.
All right, so you approach, you turn, and you see another 10 feet down, you see an entrance way into a large room.
We'll push the room then.
All right, so you approach the room, you see a hard fought battle between, a fresh battle at that, of adventurers and whatever monsters inhabited the area. It looks like a mutual defeat. Everyone was killed.
Damn.
You see about like 20 monsters and like a party of 10 adventurers, all of them wiped out.
Mm-hmm. Let's go loot the event chicken. Alright, let's go approach the city then.
All right, so you approach the other end of the room. You enter that hallway and you go down, and you see you see something that looks familiar. You see that as you walk down this hall and you take a look at the left, you see the entrance of where you just came through, and you notice that this was the crossroad that you walked in earlier. This was the right path that you guys didn't take.
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. We're doing Fight the Dragon, which is nice.
Yeah. So you guys are at the that crosswalk again. What do you guys want to do?
We can enter the city, right?
No, so you guys went in a circle.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh.
We gotta go back.
You guys went in a circle.
Alright,
So
let's go back.
All right, so you head back into the room with the adventurers and the monsters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You guys want to head back towards the dragon?
That's the only way, bro.
All right, so
Yeah.
go back towards the dragon.
Yeah, sneak again.
Yeah, roll a sneak again.
You have got to be kidding me. I rolled for nat one.
A nat one.
Wow.
All right, so you
Okay.
approach
Fuck.
the room with the dragon, and again you feel that chill through your body as if you met a greater being, and this time you stumble on a rock, and you see that rock kind of just ding, 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 like roll into the room and just like hit the pile of gold. Immediately, the dragon's eyes shoot open.
Yeah,
What
fucking.
kind of insects have crawled in my cave this?
What's up? just passing by. We weren't trying to steal nothing. We're just trying to get into the gnome city.
Well, I don't care what you want. Turn around or die. And you see like fire kind of like start to smoke from his mouth.
Uh, uh. Lynn, what you want to do?
Do we have a chance
Do we have to
if we
fight?
fight him?
I don't know. I think there's one. I think this is not a good fight. We're level 2, bro.
Okay, I think we leave them.
We just walk. Let's try to walk
Yeah.
away.
All right, so he lets you guys leave, and you guys enter. You guys kind of just run away. You guys are so scared, you know. You guys run all the way back into the room with the adventurers and the monsters.
Are there any other like rooms or hallways we haven't been to?
Yes. So if you remember when you guys went down that left path, there was a path that went northward.
We're pretty.
Um, yeah.
All right. We'll go that path.
So
Okay. So you
yeah,
guys walk down the mining
yeah.
the halls. Head back to where you guys were initially. You enter that one room, where you kind of felt like there's monsters around, but you know, not this time. You guys head north, along that path, and you enter another T section. This time a left and a right path.
Let me roll an insight check. No, not insight. Perception.
Okay.
11.
11. Okay. Well, so you don't see anything particularly. You're smart enough to know that if you go left, you're basically walking in another circle back towards the entrance. Right, it would lead you westward. Yeah. So if you guys want to look at the map, so you guys are here, right?
Yep.
So if you think about it logistically, you want to head west, because then that's where you
alright.
guys are gonna end
Yeah.
up. North, you guys are in here. You guys came in here. You guys went down and right, and the dragon's around here. You guys went left and right, and the dragon's around here. This time, you guys went left and up, so you guys are heading north.
Alright, so you got a backtrack.
So you don't know what north is here. It could be another path this way, or it could be path just
alright.
going north.
You said it's a T,
But this
right?
is unexplored territory. So let's say you're here. You're at a T going left and a T going right.
Let me go right.
Yeah, so that's why with your perception, you're like, oh, if I go left,
Yeah.
you're heading towards the west again.
You saying
which
left
would
and
be
right
towards
messed
the-
me up. I was like, oh, is it west
Yeah.
or is it west? East?
Well, it's because you guys are walking, and I'm trying to orient the
Yeah,
map
yeah,
to
yeah,
where
yeah.
you guys are walking. But would it be easier if I told you guys cardinal directions?
Depends, I guess. I think just
Okay.
at this point it was fine, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys head east, or you guys head towards the right then, and you enter another room. As you enter the room, you see two elves pondering in front of a door, along with two dire wolves. And the dire wolves immediately smell you and go on guard. The two elves turn and they see you. Each of them mount an arrow. Each of them notch an arrow, and they yell, "Halt! Who are you?"
Just passerby, sir. We're just trying to find a way back into the gnome city.
He's all right. They turn. You're like, well, if you're heading towards the dwarven city, the only way through is through the dragon.
Oh, god damn it.
And then you see the other elf kind of like nudge him, and he's like, "You speak? Do any of you speak elf?"
Let me see.
I don't think I do. I
No.
speak celestial.
No, that's not elf.
Damn.
All right, so you see them like speak Elven to each other, and like, you see the one that seems to be the leader kind of like nod his head towards you guys, and immediately the wolves jump you.
Are we in a battle? We gotta roll initiative.
Nah, you guys are fucked.
Oh.
Pardon my French. You guys are dunzos. The you guys aren't expecting it. The wolves one hit you. I'm just gonna tell you they one hit you.
Oh, god damn it.
Non-lethal. So all right. So
We get knocked out.
the last thing you see are wolves just envelop your vision. All right.
Yep.
So to put it into perspective, these wolves are they have resistance to all magic. They have double attack. They have pack tactics, and they have puppy dog eyes. So you guys would have been wiped. All right.
That's kind of OP.
Yeah, these are kind of broken. But so each of you guys roll a d20 for like a death rattle roll.
15.
15.
14.
Okay. 14.
20.
20.
Yeah, somehow.
All right. So let's see.
Pulled it out of his ass.
What is his name? What is? Or well, whatever. Frizzfreak and Borrow actually wake up around the same time, and you guys are like, "Whoa, we're not dead," you know. And you see the two elves still pondering the wall. And you guys are tied up. I forget what. Oh, Vital, that's his name. Vital is still like unconscious. You guys are bound by rope against the wall. The two dire wolves are like guarding you guys, but they're facing outwards, and one of them's like kind of like dozing off. And you see the two elves kind of just like pondering the wall. It looks like a door with I guess a door blocking their passage.
Can't go in a fight because those wolves are gonna kill us. Let's see here.
What? You said like one of them was kind of dozing off.
Yeah.
Would we
Oh, wait,
be able
hold
to
up.
try to like
I think I have a spell.
Undo?
I think I have a sleep spell. Let me see.
Oh.
Let me see here. Let me see.
But just a heads up, I told you the wolves are resistant to all magic.
Never mind.
So, you two roll a perception check.
Okay.
17.
17,
15.
15. All right. So you guys look at the door that they're looking at, and on the door you see you see a line with like a half a cube and like lines shooting out of it. You see a square with lines shooting out on all over it, and then you see a line with a half square underneath it. Then underneath that you see a square, another square with two triangles on it. You see a square with an upside down triangle pointing down. And you see as the elves are fiddling around with it, the square with the triangles and the square with the upside down triangle kind of like float forward magically. and you see him try to rearrange them in order, and they fall back into the door, only to not open.
So it's like a puzzle of some sort.
Yeah.
I can't. Can they speak common language, right?
Yeah, they told you to halt earlier.
All right. Let me. If we saw that, then can we explain to them how it works? I guess.
Yeah, you can try.
Good sirs, I think the wall is activated by magic.
So you see the elves turn, and they're like, we should have just killed them. He's like the other one kind of just like stops them from talking. He's like, we're not idiots. We know it works on magic, but we can't figure out what it wants us to do.
Well, I was about to strike it with the certain magic.
Uh, all right. So they're like, we've been here for a fortnight. We tried everything. The door is indestructible. No magic works on it. And he kind of just like he touches the wall again, and you see the three symbols float outward. Three symbols stay on the door, and then you see him rearrange the three that did float out, and it goes back in the door, and it doesn't unlock anything. Do you guys have the language that we made?
Let me pull it up. We gotta find it first. Give me a second.
Should be in the team chat.
All right, what's the first one on the door?
So the three symbols on the door that don't move. The first one is a line with half a cube on top of it, and then light straight line shooting out of it. The one in the middle is a square with straight line shooting out from all around it. And then the third symbol is going to be a straight line with a half cube underneath it. The three symbols that float outward is just a square with two triangles, and a square with a inverted triangle.
Okay, so the first one is morning, I think, right? He says a line of a half circle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's morning. The next one is what's that next one? Next one was a line of a half circle under it.
No, it's a cube with straight lines shooting out of it.
Cube with straight line shooting. So it's afternoon, morning, afternoon, night. What was after that one?
Those are the three that are still in the door. The three that float out is a square with two triangles, and a square with an inverted triangle.
Okay, that's
elephant door. Yep. So that means we have to have an elf and dwarf open the door together, right? Do I think that correct? Or am I tripping? I may be tripping.
I mean, you could try it. I don't want to feed you the answer.
Or we'd be stuck here, bro. Right?
Okay.
Sir, I think the symbols show that it's an elf and a dwarf that must open the door together.
Elf and dwarf, you say? He kind of looks at it. He's like, huh. Guess that does look like an elf and a dwarf. What about this one? He points to the other one.
That means morning, afternoon, and night.
What about this one? He points to just the triangle.
Just the triangle, right?
Or just the square.
Just a square.
Human.
It means human.
Human, huh? Are any of you guys dwarves? I don't think so, right? Cherish is a dwarf, I think. I don't remember.
Cherish is a dwarf.
I think so. Not a dwarf.
No? Okay.
Cherish, you a dwarf or are you a halfling?
Like, let me check. No, I'm not.
Now what? Dwarf or halfling?
I'm not this.
What's your race?
Race. No, I can't expect that.
Alright, give me a second.
Yeah, I'm a mountain dwarf. Yeah.
Alright,
Shit. Sorry.
give me a
All right,
second.
so you see the elf grab you and Vital, who's still unconscious, just throw you guys against the door, and he hits the door again, and the three symbols float out, and he pushes them back in,
He
and the
is a
door
dwarf.
stays the same.
He's a dwarf.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why he threw you,
Yeah.
who's human. Oh, yeah, you're human, right?
Yeah, I'm human.
Yeah, so he threw you and Vital against the door, and then tried to opening it, and nothing happens.
Let's see here. Is it that we all have to? Is it like we have to all like mutually open the door together or something? I don't know.
No. So it has to do with the morning, afternoon, and night.
It's so vague, bro. What was it to do? I can't use
Yeah.
spells. Still night spell. Do we gotta wait for those times to pass by? I guess.
No. So is anyone familiar with the Sphinx?
Nope. That's probably why.
Egyptian mythology? No.
I mean, I know it. I just don't know what the afternoon night thing has to go do with it. Zero idea.
So no one's familiar with the Sphinx, right?
Not really.
So the Sphinx poses a riddle. What walks on four legs in the morning, two in the afternoon, and three in the evening, right? I don't even know if that's Egyptian. I think that's Greek, actually. But yeah, so the riddle is asking what walks on four legs in the morning, two in the afternoon, and three in the evening, right? The answer is a human, because as a child they crawl on four legs, as an adult they walk on two, and as an old man they walk with a walking stick, three legs, right?
Oh, all right.
So if you're not able to figure it out, I'll just go ahead and run the story through without you guys figuring it out. I'll have the elves figure it out. Do you want to give it a shot, or do you want me to just keep going?
Just keep going. We're kind of running
All
out
right.
of time.
So
I guess.
basically, it's progression of time. All right. So you're supposed to put the three races in order of youngest to oldest. So human, dwarf, elf. Right. So in the morning, the youngest, or yeah, morning, the youngest, afternoon, progression of time, right? So the elf starts getting frustrated, and like the other one that isn't the leader, he's like, wait, I think I understand, they if these mean races, I think this is time. And you see him like touch the wall, and the three symbols float out. And he arranges it: human, dwarf, elf, and he inserts it back into the wall. And you see it just starts to like open, and they start cheering, and they're like, "Yeah, finally, we can get back to our elven lands." And like, they turn to you guys, and then the leader's like, "What should we do with them?" The other guy's like, "Well, they kind of helped us. I think we should just let them go." And he's like, "All right, you're right." And they go ahead and cut you guys free, and they enter and head inward, and the door kind of closes behind them.
So now we gotta go back to the Dragon's Den to get to Dwarven City.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the Dragon's Den.
So you guys approach the dragon. Again, he's sleeping. You guys are about 5 feet from the entrance, and he's sleeping on top of his golden pile.
All right, let's do a sneak.
All right.
18.
All right. Each of you guys have to sneak, because if any of you guys fail, you guys wake him up.
I got 19.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just say you guys. All right, so um, you guys like tiptoe along the dragon. I'm just gonna say you guys make it across just to save time.
Yeah.
Um, so the correct way to do it, all right, is one, fight them and kill them, right? Which you guys aren't gonna do, can't do. Two, use the hither thither staff to teleport to the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or three, you give them Danbar's gold coin. But yeah, so you guys make it to the other side.
Oh wait, hold it. Oh, never mind. We got by. We got by, right?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
just gonna
Let's see.
I'm just gonna skip it.
I was gonna roll some persuasion bullshit.
Yeah, that's the point. You're supposed to persuade him, and you see that he likes gold, and you're supposed to offer him
Oh, all right.
something.
My bad.
Yeah,
I totally
or
forgot.
like
I forgot we had the damn bar gold, so I took it out of my inventory. So I just didn't remember.
yeah. So you guys have the gold coin. If you guys talked to him a little bit more, if you guys failed, I would have led dialogue to leave all your shit and get out. Leave all your gold and get out. You know what I mean? And then it would have led to the gold coin, but since you guys succeeded in sneaking, I'm just gonna let you guys through because I could wake them up midway or have you guys roll another check to see, but whatever.
I mean,
But
it's
the
your
correct
story,
way
man.
is either teleport
It's
because
your
you have the hither thither staff, right?
Yeah.
You could just teleport to the other side. Or two, you use your quest items, which is the gold coin. There's a reason why it's in your inventory. All right.
I'm sorry. That's funny. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You guys,
So
had that stuff, bro.
I was gonna lead to it this next time, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to save time. So you guys get into the other room, and it's just a straight it's almost like um it's almost like being enveloped in darkness. It's just a straight path all the way to the end of the cave. But your torch can't see the end of it. It's at least 100 feet.
Mm-hmm. Let's just keep walking down, I guess.
Okay, so you guys walk about 25 feet down. You see an opening to your left, and through your torchlight, you can kind of see two more openings about 15 feet ahead of you. One to the left and one to the right.
Mm-hmm. Is that right? Is west, right? Right is east, right?
So left is north, straight is west. The two openings you have on your left and your right would head north and south.
So we should be going south. Let's go south.
Okay, so you continue 15 feet forward, and you take the hallway to your right. You look down a 15-foot passageway into an empty room.
Alright, let's go to the empty room then.
Alright, you guys enter an empty room. You guys could see the lingering vestiges of monsters. Nothing in here for you to fight, though, luckily. Empty room otherwise. You see another opening to your left, heading west.
Alright, let's keep going.
Alright, so you head down that walkway, and you enter back into that long passageway you started off in. You can head left back towards where you came from, or you head right. About 20 feet down, you see an empty room.
Well, let's approach the empty room then.
Alright, so you approach the empty room, and again you see what looks like the lair of a some sort of monster who's not here right now. Otherwise, it's an empty room.
There's nothing in there? No openings?
Nothing.
Alright, let's
Nope.
go back then.
So you head back. Now the only two passages left are the two on your right. One of them to your right now. The other one's about 10 feet ahead.
Let's go to the one on the right. Like straight.
Alright, so you guys
Next to us.
walk through that one, and you guys walk down the hallway. Ahead of you, you hit a dead end, but to your left, you see another 10-foot passageway into like a empty room.
Let's keep going up.
All right, so you keep exploring. You enter this left room, and again, you see what should be monsters, but all you see left are like food scraps and whatnot. And you see an opening to your right. You enter the passage to your right, and you walk all the way down. It's like a 50 feet mark or walk, but as you approach, you see the light of day. You see an opening out into the open world, and you see the light start to shine.
All right. Good work.
So I guess this did end up taking the full session,
Yeah.
but